Hi there, everybody. Gwen Jones here with another awesome Action to Impact show right here on YouTube. And this week, I'm taking you back to Uganda, Africa to check out another refugee camp and the Changia Africa organization. Now, my friend Wayne and I are going to do a deep dive into the fabulous things that this organization is doing with the refugees of Uganda. If you remember, a few months back, I did a great show about a young Rotarian who's working with the LGBTQ community. Well, this Rotaractor is proudly working with the stories and the crafts and artisans of Uganda's refugees. Isn't that cool? You see, in the Congo, he was a filmmaker, and now he's a refugee, a Rotaractor, and now a teacher and historian of some of the great stories that these refugees have. So join me. I have a great interview for you. And if this isn't the right platform for you, always remember you can check the podcast out or the blog. But you're here on YouTube, so that must mean you're here to watch the video. Enjoy my great conversation from Uganda, Africa, this week on the Action to Impact show. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Well, lately, I always say that I've had I have an international audience, and for a while there, it took me all over Europe, and it seems that lately, the continent of Africa has been my home away from home, and it is again this week too. I am off to Uganda for the second time. I'm pretty excited to talk to now. This white girl's probably gonna butcher his name, but we're gonna give it a try. Here we go. I am to Uganda to Wayne Wasagaga. All right. In Uganda, who's talking to me with his 1-year-old daughter. So if you hear gurgling in the background, Shuwana, his 1-year-old daughter, is at his feet. So everybody, just if you hear it in the background, just kind of like lap it up because baby giggles are the best things ever. Wayne is talking to me from Uganda. He is a Rotaractor. He is part of the Changia Africa organization, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and we're not even going to touch on the fact this time that he is a producer, director, filmmaker, and just basically entrepreneur, man of many hats. But I only have you for one hat. Wayne, thank you so much for being on the show. What an honor to meet you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
I tell you, we haven't even gotten started, and I have like this sheet of all these things that you are already. And I jokingly said that we could have more than one show, and we clearly could, but we will keep our connections about the showbiz stuff for another date. I want to know, first and foremost, how's everything in Uganda today? Everything in Boston is spring in the Boston area. But how is the world in Uganda today?
In Uganda, everything is good, as I can say. The weather is good. Yeah, and we have a new president, which we had an election, and I think in May, he can start officially as a new president. Yeah.
So we do know you had a fair and free election, which was something that was very exciting for the people of Uganda, and you have a new president. Does the whole country kind of feel like it's like we're ready for a new start with a new president? Is it kind of a brighter day in Uganda, for no better word?
Yeah, I can say if I stand as a refugee leader, I can say the votes was fair because I saw nationals went to vote, and what we have received is the one who was the winner, the one who they proclaimed that this is the person who passed, and we as the foreigners we can't put different negativity on that. But we know that the one who they present us is the president of Uganda right now.
Yeah, so it was done peacefully and without any real drama, which is lovely. So You are a Rotaractor. Tell everybody your club as a proud Rotaractor. What club do you belong to, sir?
Yes, I'm a Rotaract. First, I started with a Nakivale Rotaract club, where
Mm-hmm.
we got that time I was secretary, and we got the visit of the Jennifer, who was the president of Rotary International.
Right. Jennifer
Then
Jones. Yeah, big friend of the show.
yes, then after 1 year, as the Nakivale Refugee Settlement was a big settlement, and we wanted to have another Rotary Club. Then we went there with other new members. We create another one among the charter members for that new Rotaract called Nakivale Rubondo Rotaract. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. This is
So
right now I'm in Kampala, but the club is in Nakivale. Yeah.
so I find this fascinating, and this has come up in a couple, two or three conversations that I have had with our mutual friend Pearl there in Uganda, our new Rotary International president that's coming very soon. That where here, I'll speak for America, we tell people bring somebody to a meeting, bring somebody to such and such to add members on all over from north of your continent to Johannesburg and South Africa, way down at the tip. You guys are getting members in a whole new way. And that is just, if you build it, they will come. That people are actually, they want to be a part of something, they want to grow with something. So we just came here and started this refugee camp, and we got members. And we came here and we started this
Yeah.
school, and the members just came. It's a different approach. It's way different than let's meet for lunch at a country club.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the refugee settlement, it was a bit new approach because
Right.
it was the first, I think, the first refugee camp in Africa to have a Rotaract club, and people was not well known or define what is the Rotary and how it has to work. And
Mm-hmm.
we who took that first step to integrate and to join the club, and we have seen the impact of how
Wow.
Rotary Club is helping the lives, how is contributing mostly for Nachivale, where myself I came. It has done a big change. It
Wow.
has done a
Well,
great work.
let's back up a little bit. And you've talked a couple times about the Changia African organization, and that our beloved Jennifer Jones even came and visited you. Let's catch up our listeners and people on YouTube and stuff on exactly what is this organization? What exactly have you and the rest of your wonderful people been doing?
Yes, Changia Africa organization is a refugee-led non-profit organization, which
So a refugee, I'm going to stop you right there because that's awesome. It is a
yes,
refugee
led,
led
yes,
organization, and
yes,
that's cool. So in other words, you are not in your home, I guess is a you're not in your beloved home. So where did you call home before you started this organization?
yes. I'm from DRC Congo.
Okay.
Yes, and I came in Uganda 2014, and it's
Okay.
when I came in Uganda, Nachivale was very, very down than right now. There is a small development, and that's when I reached Nachivale. Yes, I saw an opportunity, and
Okay.
that opportunity I saw because I reached where education was uh, very down, and
Okay.
most of refugee children was not studying. Only nationals or citizens, they are the one who was getting access to education. And from there, because I was a filmmaker in my country, I came with that. What can I do? It's when I started now producing movies, mobilizing people, how the importance of education. And I produced different movies, which was recognized in a refugee camp by the field office of UNHCR, and we did the launch, and it's where I started be recognized as one of the big filmmaker in refugee settlements, and that has created that visibility and to be inspired for me to create Changia, because I saw in not everyone was seeing my videos, because it was still a village. To have a
Right.
phone or to have a TV, it is a lux. And for me, I saw that not everyone could see me, but I was producing, I was doing this stand-up comedy, creating dramas. I call people to come and see what I'm doing. And I have worked with FRC, Finnish Church Council, Finland Church Organization, and I produced different things, documentaries for MTI. I did several works, but it's when I got the idea to create Changia. And when I create Changia, because my movie company was called One the Greatest Film, and I said, with the greatest film, it's just talking about the movie production. Let me
Right.
come with Changia, which Changia mean share or contribute or donate. We call
Gotcha.
people to come and share ideas and to promote the well-being of the community. It's when I came up with that, I started now supporting children to different schools. And when I support them, because to have funds, it was very difficult for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was having access to come in Kampala to attend workshop or to deliver some skills I have. Then they pay me. When they pay me, I come also, I invest in the education of those children. And
Gotcha.
it's one, that's how the idea came. And when I saw we are moving, my team was now growing, I said, no, we have to start focusing on English. Train the adult. We started now doing adult English. We train adult English. We train now. We get based in the skills to start
Mm-hmm.
doing this reusable sanitary pads, because that was the major challenge of women in refugee
Mm-hmm.
settlements. We created different skills to make sure we make the city or that village to be busy, instead of people remaining to the office of the UNHCR looking for resettlement. It's better for them to go and learn at Changia Center to learn some skills. It's where the idea came in, and Changia stood, and up to now, all this work we have been doing it without registration. That was very fun,
Right.
because yeah, in 2021 we said, okay, now we are very known, we have to get step. We went and registered to the district. We started now working legally. Then in 2023, we upgrade the registration up to URSB, the Ugandan Bureau here in Kampala, because our target was to start implementing to different camps, and even in Kampala, because we have urban refugees. Then we got the registration, and that's how 2024 we expanded the organization up to here in Kampala, where myself, I'm based with other team. Yeah.
Okay, so let's catch everybody up. So it started off
Yes.
as you unfortunately having to leave your beloved homeland to you were displaced. There's just really no other way to say it, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
I know that area of the Congo is an absolutely magnificent place, and we hope that someday it is peaceful and loving and can have its
Yeah.
autonomy back again.
We hope.
But it it surprises me now that I've talked to a couple of these people, a couple yourself and a couple more from some of these refugee camps, and you guys came to these refugee camps and almost took a refugee camp as a opportunity to better yourself. And I say that with that question mark at the end of it, because most people, I feel, think of, well, all these people are in a refugee camp, there's nothing for them there. And you're saying, I went to a refugee camp and the most important thing to me was education, was to get my artwork appreciated and still me doing my artwork, which is very important. And then I'm going to finally earn money with that artwork and go back to number one, which is education. Because if we have education, that leads to opportunities. And does that opportunities lead to hope in a refugee camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Opportunity. Not everyone is seeing opportunity in a refugee camp.
Right. It isn't the magical place and you come to it, no. I mean, some people I'm sure are truly suffering. Absolutely.
That's why I have been developing something. I said that I have to produce my first book, which I name it, I Saw an Opportunity. And
I saw an opportunity. Okay.
Yes. I want to talk and to show how I saw an opportunity in a country where it's not my country. How I passed through a lot of things. I have to share what I passed through, what other experience of people I met, and what's right now, because I came with nothing. I can say right now, even if I'm not in a full, but I have hope. I have a connection. You see, right now I have 20 people, 13 people in Nakivale working with Changia. And right now in Kampala we are 7. You see.
Wow.
And that is a big change. That is a big opportunity for me. And that is Changia, not in my part of movies. You see, I mean, there is a lot.
The movies and that kind of stuff. That was the way to get there. Right. Yes. But what you want once you get there is what the most important thing is that hope, is that knowledge, is that education, is that opportunity. Is that right?
Yes. Because right now, I got different opportunities, different trainings, certificates from Makerere University. I have been among this past months among 5 selected winners of Stanford Refugee Entrepreneurship. You see.
Wow.
Yes, I have been among. Right now, I'm doing my university and in management here in Kampala. I mean, there is a lot of opportunities I'm getting because I accepted to start. And yes, if I couldn't start, I couldn't be here, because there is a lot of challenges. Sure. Being a refugee, there is a lot. And if you don't say yourself, let me start. There is a word they said, stop talking, start doing. It's that motivation took me, said, I have to do something. I have potential. Because if I was doing these things in my country, why not here? Even if I don't have money to start, how should I start now? Those are it's like the big question was putting myself in trouble and see how I can move from my comfort zone of being a refugee and seeing myself like an integrated human being in Africa.
Wow.
I have to do something and remove the thinking as I'm a refugee, because that is where the problem comes from. No, I'm a refugee, I cannot do this.
So in other words, the sign, the word refugee almost has a victim So you want to
Yes,
move past the victim of a refugee and turn people's belief that the refugee can be an opportunity instead.
yes, yes. Because right
Uh,
now I'm a refugee, but I'm working with Ugandans. You
right.
see, I'm a refugee, but right now in Changia, we are onboarding. We are calling people, whites, different people from around the world to join our boards. See, we are calling them
Right.
because we believe that this is an organization and we have a vision to reach far. We can't stuck. We can't be there because we are refugees. No. And right now we are happy because we are getting people who want to join our team. They are white
Mm-hmm.
people and they want to join, to collaborate, to work together. Right now, we are working as a Changia. We are not funded. We don't have any donor, any private donor, individual donor. But the connection we have and the impact we have built, it has put us in a center where people they are looking for us. People they are very inspired by our stories and our impact, and they wish to come now to start working with us. It's because we started. That's why.
Yeah, it's because you started, and it's funny because when you hear stories of people that came from nothing and then they achieved, they usually had uh some, I don't know, for no better word, some angel, some angel investor, some angel time. And your story to me is fascinating because you kind of, the investor was you into you, and then you kind of made that challenge to others saying, I don't have a home, I don't know my future, and my life right now is hard. So I can either give up and say forget it, or I can invest in me. And so where do you think that comes from? Because I know, as I would argue, a nice white privileged American woman who has, I don't have to worry about my bed or where I sleep or where even I use the restroom or food that goes in my belly. And I sometimes have some real doubts about if I could do something.
Yes.
And yet, my three hots and a cot and somewhere, all that kind of stuff is taken care of me. So, what makes someone like you that all of that insecurity has even made you more dedicated, more willing to believe in yourself? Where does that come from?
Yeah, the confidence and first, I knew who I am.
Okay.
That's my first strength. When I reach in Nakivale with nothing, and I reach at someone's home who welcome me and my little brother and sister, uh, I think first thing I had in me it was my experience as a filmmaker who in my small time when I started movies I got recognized in the city I was living and they said this is now a forest where I am. I don't know where Kampala is, I don't know where Congo is, I don't know, I'm just in the middle.
Right.
And it was putting even my brothers in that insecurity. Shall we survive here?
Mm-hmm.
Now, but for me, what I was telling them, we shall survive. And I remember 1 week only, the same week I reached, the same week I started looking if there is some these drama groups. But they show me a church where they are doing just drama in church. And I say, I can't stay like this. Let me be integrated to understand how. Me who was doing the movie, producing the movie passing even at the TVs in Congo and starting doing it in a group in church. But I put myself down to understand the area. But when
Hmm.
I knew the area, is when I showed them me. I I introduced myself now, and the way they was seeing my acting level and the way they was doing it was very different. And from that side, they started producing their first movies through my arrival. You see, and that belief and strength gave me, no, I have to do something. I did not see money. I did not think anything. Even having the smartphone, I was not having a phone, but I believe in myself. I can do this. And at that time, even speaking English, it was very hard. I was listening, but talking, it was very hard. And that's
Hmm.
why I stand and say, no, I have to do this. I remember after producing that movie, I came in Kampala. I travel in Kampala without any address. The money I was having after doing these blogs, producing blogs, I sell blogs because I was even fishing. I was doing every works in a refugee camp. Farming, I was doing everything for me to get money and to feed my brothers. And when I get money, I came in Kampala to look opportunity because I'm a filmmaker. To give me the time that you are now in Kampala, you have to know how to work. And I get back in Nakivale well frustrated. I share my story to my members, and from there I knew what to do, but I did not quite. I have to stand, and that's why I can say what pushes me is the belief I wanted to be somewhere. I'm not someone who has to be looking UNCR to give, but I'm someone who, through my innovation, through my work, I can support others because I believe, and this experience, I get it from my home when I was still with my father and my mother. I was working.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it sounds to me like the way that this self belief that you have also comes from a self recognition that you are literally and figuratively your brother's keeper is the expression. I am my brother's keeper.
Yeah,
So, and I know you have two other siblings. So you talk in that story that you were there literally helping them. But what I think is interesting is that be it through your film work, be it through your entrepreneurism, be it through helping with all these classes that you do at the refugee camp, it's almost like your passion is to help. And because you have that passion to help, then that passion comes through in everything from movie
yeah,
making to helping girls do to make their lives better. Um how many people are at this refugee camp where you run these two projects?
yeah. Right now, Nachivale have more than 120.
120. Okay.
Yeah. Thousand
Wow.
refugees. More than,
Wait.
yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's do that correction. So 120,000 people.
Thousand. Yes.
1,000 people are. I was like 120 people. I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds
No,
cool.
no,
But
no,
you're
no.
saying there's so we're gonna back up again for our listeners. So the listeners, you guys have all had to hear that Wayne, at with no money, with trying to keep his family together and his own just pure gumption, as we call it here in the United
Yeah.
States, decided to take his art, and he didn't know the language, and you're sharing and you're doing all this stuff. You walk into a refugee camp that has over 100,000 people in it, and you have somehow this common belief that not only you would be okay, but you're going to make a difference. That's impressive, my friend.
And and I have make it. I have make a difference already because right
And you've
now
made a
I have a
difference.
school.
Yeah.
I have a school in refugee settlement. Apart from the organization work, And because, as I told you in the introduction, I was supporting those children to other school due to the
Right.
lack of funds. And we had where Changia organization is, the field office, we have a lot of, it's a big land. And I started now constructing some classes. When
Wow.
I constructed some classes with in 2021, I officially put some two classes. Then 2022, we developed. Last year, we constructed three classroom, and right now we have up to primary six, and we support, and
Wow.
we have more than 250 children who we are supporting there. Only
Wow.
we have been doing the feeding program, but due to lack of funds, we stopped because we had an angel, a donor, who was a Rotary. I think he's a
Hmm.
Rotary up to now, from America, who was supporting the feeding program. And
Right.
yes, as I hear, he went through some things of politics, something like this. That's why he stopped supporting
Hmm.
those children. But that's why we stopped the feeding program. But it was a good program going on
Hmm.
at Changia. Yeah.
So it sounds like, that it is the usual story of with every one or two steps forward, you're taking a few steps back. Um, how many do we know how many refugees the country of Uganda have taken in to their home? How many? And I have to tell you, we've heard this from other people, is that these refugee camps are not just people from the Congo, that there are
No,
people
no.
from
Mm.
all over the world. Is that correct?
Yeah, more than nine nationalities.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
In this refugee camps. And how many I know you said about 100 and over 120,000 people from 9 different nationalities in this
Yeah.
camp. Do we know how many refugees the country of Uganda have decided to host? Do we have any idea?
How many?
Yeah.
How many refugees?
Yeah. Do we know how many refugees have come to the country of Uganda?
Uh, for the whole Uganda, I don't have
You don't
that.
have, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that.
But
But
if one refugee camp has over 120,000, one could argue that that country has taken on a huge responsibility to help as many people as possible.
yes, yes. But as I know, in Uganda is among the first or second in Africa to
Hmm.
host the big number of refugees and from different
Wow.
nationalities. Yeah.
So here's something that I find this kind of funny is that I think there is this misconception again here in the United States uh that everybody in Africa speaks the same language, even though you can go from Johannesburg to Morocco as far as north to south. But I think there's this misconception that, especially in Central Africa, everybody speaks the same language, but you really don't, do you?
No, no. It's different. Like
Mm-hmm.
East Africa, as East Africa, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania,
Mm-hmm.
it's English,
Correct.
but
Okay.
yes, English and Swahili. Congo, Swahili, and Swahili. But each country or in Africa, they have their language. But the
Okay.
common language, it's English, French, and Swahili. Those are the biggest
The
one.
big three.
Yeah, the big three. Yes.
And
If
so
you
in these,
don't,
please.
if you don't know Swahili, maybe you can speak English. If you don't know English, you can speak French. Then there are now those small dialects from each, yeah, tribes like that. Yeah.
So in the school that you've opened, then I assume when you say education, that a lot of that education then is those three basic languages. Is that true?
Yes, like in Congo, example of Congo, we have French. They teach
Okay.
us French. That's the first one. Then Swahili, not very strong,
Okay.
but also right now English. They have integrated English. But in Uganda is English, and they teach Swahili, and some international school they teach French. Yeah.
So, okay. So
Yes.
do you dream I know that you're an entrepreneur and you're going to love to know, you're open to the adventure of your films taking you and going anywhere so you can keep this education and this dream of these schools alive. But do you ever dream of going back home to the Congo someday?
Let me be very open on this.
Please do.
Yes. For what I have started already,
Okay.
the dream I have, I want just to expand my work in Africa or in East Africa, to start by East Africa, Congo,
Mhm.
Kenya, Uganda, because I believe I have potential if I got investors, if I got donors who believe in what I do. I can expand, and those are my work could be the way for me to visit Congo, but not to go and sit again in Congo because I
Okay.
have always created employment, created something here in Uganda, and I want my people in Congo, Kenya, other African countries to also get benefit from what I do, the vision I have, because my vision is to have more companies which I know, and everything I start is all things I'm best at. I know I
Right.
can start this. I'm not just starting things which I don't have experience. I can start
Right.
this because I have experience of this and I know these people that can benefit on that. Yeah. Mean to go in Congo up to now, I think I'm going in 13 years. I never
Mhm.
go back in Congo. I just here,
Wow.
yeah, focusing on how I can improve my
So that
work.
Uganda started off as a place of shelter and now has turned into your new home.
Yes, Uganda is my second home, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still have family in the Congo, or is everybody here
No,
in Uganda?
no, I have family in Congo, and
Hmm.
I wish to see them. And some of them right now, as when the things was quite a bit stable, due I couldn't travel. My mother came here to visit me, and my sister. I was very happy, but I still miss a lot of them. But
Of
for me,
course. Of
yes,
course. Yeah.
yeah. But for me, what I believe, and when I did my wedding, I couldn't have access to my people, and I do it just here in Uganda, and just family who was among here, who was living in Uganda, and friends. They're the one who joined me, but my families, they saw just pictures. Yeah,
Yeah. They show just pictures.
yeah.
So when I you amaze me, I have to say. And again, I when I talk to some of these rotary voices and non-rotary voices that are just turning their actions into impact, hence the
Yeah.
idea of the show,
Yeah.
it's humbling. And I hope to the listeners it can be humbling as well, that you know sometimes we forget how good we have it, and then people like yourselves remind us just that that pure desire can be, one of the most inspirational things. So, last question for you. And I thank you so much for spending the time, not only to tell us about Changia and your project and the two refugee camps, but let's say one of your movies goes big and all of a sudden you have all the money, the finances, the financial backing that you would need to do your ultimate dream. What would that ultimate dream be? What would it look like?
Please repeat the question.
What is your real dream for the Changia Africa organization? Like what if you didn't have to worry about money and you could do anything you wanted, what
Yeah.
would that look like? What would your dream be?
Wow. Wow. uh,
Because you got to have dreams. I mean, especially
I,
someone like
I,
you
I,
who,
I do. I do. I do.
yeah. What would
Uh,
that dream? What would it look like?
my dream in Changia Africa organization is to see Changia among among the best and the big NGOs, refugee-led NGOs in Africa,
Refugee-led.
or
Yeah.
yes, in Africa, because I believe I have those potential because I'm a multi-talented person. You see, there's something I've not even shared
Hmm.
what I do, am able to do. You see, I'm a musician here. See, and I wrote stories. I do a lot. Mean I'm just Changia could be a place where they might see the face of a refugee or the image of a refugee in another way because they only see refugees that okay refugees are doing this we support them mosquito net we support them food. That's not a refugee. We have potential. We have
Yeah.
capacities. We are ready to contribute and change the world because we are human beings. That is the situation of our countries, which has pushed us to be in a comfort zone. But right now we have discovered ourselves, our inner us, who we are, and that's why we are contributing to the economy of the countries where we are. Not only in Uganda, everywhere there is a refugee is contributing to the economy of that country. And that is something powerful. They have to consider these are people who they have potential. These are people who have to contribute. And we have to support their initiatives because when we have those initiatives, we also employ the citizens, see, who are not even refugees and maybe it can reach a time also okay maybe I get resettled. Maybe there are some refugees who want to be resettled in America. Others, if they are built a big organization, that organization, the people who will still working in it, they are those citizens because the organization is in their country. You see, me,
Right.
it yeah, it's something we have to investors, donors, they have to see. And mostly, I always say the Rotary, it's a big family, and which has helped millions of people to get where they are right now. And
Wow.
we, as a refugee who are doing this work, just small work among others, I think we can also be recognized. Our voices are not reached where it's supposed to be. These people they
Mhm.
need. See, we for me, my regret will be if I can start uh, different initiatives which are contributing to the economy and to even to remove to stop drugs to children in different ways. But my regret will be to see Changia or other my initiative died
Mhm.
without any support. If since we started, we as Changia, we are very known. We have a lot of visibility. We are known by people. We get invitations. I last time 2024, 2025, I get invitation to go in Europe. You see, in
Wow.
Europe, Sweden, to go in Denmark, but I couldn't go because of that time I was not having access to my document to have a
Right.
refugee
You have to have passport to go somewhere.
passport.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now I have. If those opportunities came and I get someone to sponsor my trip and my stay, I can go there and people to hear what we have, what impact we are doing. And I think what Changia lack right now, it's people. We don't have donors. We don't have people who believe that a refugee can do this. If we push these people, if we help these people with $1, you can change a life of someone. You see, and
Mm.
that contribution is not to. I always say to contribute like how I get inspired mostly on Rotary. What Rotary is doing, the contribution, small contribution, is changing life of people.
Right.
And right now, where we are, these hearts which we have and get very motivated is from the knowledge. I participated in Reila
Hmm.
of Rotary Club, you see. And those resources they gave us, it gives us that ability and capacity to serve service above self. And we know
Right.
that with what Rotary give us, it give us access to say, okay, I can connect with people, and these people they can invest in the life of these people, and that's most important for me to see just Changia to reach in a way to be among the best refugee-led organization because we are few. We are a lot of refugees-led organization, but those among few, those many, the few have funds. It gives me motivation to say that I have something. If people they can see and take just small idea and implement, and I still have thousands of ideas without being even shared with anyone, I think I can do something. And that's why, together with my team, we are still working hard. We're still developing models to implement, and without $0, but we are there and we are doing impact. Maybe what I
So,
can say, I can invite you to come and visit Uganda.
so, sure, I would love to come to Uganda someday. So, um, it it sounds to me that your dream to get, to get back to the question of hand of your dream is to, when it all boils down to it, you it's easy to say you want money, but if the dream is you already have that money, what you really want, it sounds to me like, um not only human dignity, but human voices to let these stories be heard, to let, because you said you were a filmmaker, you are a storyteller, just like me in my own way. I like to hear people's stories. So you are a storyteller, and knowing that these people have stories, and as a refugee, it sounds like you can have these stories. What, you share stories, you share a kinship in these stories, is what it sounds like. So uh I'm gonna wrap stuff up because I know it's getting late for you where you are in Uganda compared to me here in Boston. um we can we can obviously help you if somebody is felt, uh connected with your story. I assume that you're willing to send me all the vital stats that somebody, if they wish to help you, but is there a way for us to contact your organization if someone has heard your words today and are interested in helping you? How does somebody get in touch with the Changia Africa organization?
Yes, with Changi organization to get in touch, we have a LinkedIn account where we publish our work. We have a Facebook page, and we are now working on the website, professional website, which are still under designing.
Mhm.
But we do being contacted through email. I think you have our email. Uh,
Yep.
yes, it's still yes. That's the email. WhatsApp. We have organization WhatsApp and my private WhatsApp.
Hmm.
Also, we have a team. A lady who is in Spain. Who is a new on our boards, and we are still our door are open. We are still looking professional people who could wish to work with us. Uh, if they could be just not only donors, but they could be people with capacity
So you're
to
looking
come
for
together.
money and talent and dreams, I guess you could say, right? And
Yes,
potential.
yeah, because money, I can say, money is it's important, but you have to have people because
Yeah,
we are not looking for money to eat money. We are looking for money to implement and to do impact. You see, but
absolutely.
we don't want to have a team of just me.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
you.
know. I'm
It's
not sure about that way because from
yes.
the beginning of this, you seem to be
Yes,
able to do
that
almost
that's that.
everything.
Yes, that's why I'm sharing here. I'm presenting my because I'm the title. I'm the one
Mhm.
started the vision Abraya. You see, I came with the vision. Right now, I'm not myself, as I said. 13 people in Achivale and 7 here in Kampala, and we have a lady in Spain. Is a white lady, Neria Gonzalez, who joined the team. That's why I
Wow.
said that, yeah, that's why I said we are still looking professional people to join our body. We are strengthening the body because we have a vision to go far.
To go
Not
far.
only looking for money, because if we strengthen our team, money will come and we shall implement it professionally.
There you
You
go.
see. But if you
That's
get
great.
money without a team, that the impact will not be seen anywhere.
No,
And
it
it's
won't.
what I avoid with the team. Yeah.
I love it.
Mm.
Wayne from the Changia Africa organization from Uganda and your little one who slept through the whole interview. Very good. Go back to sleep. Uh thank you for being with me. Thank you for being a fellow Rotarian, a Rotaractor, and uh thank you for your inspirational story. I think that, you know, the Congo is an amazing place, like we both agree, but Uganda is now where your heart is, and who knows where somebody who is such a dreamer like you is going to end up. So, thank you, my friend, for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, and this maybe we can also arrange, which will maybe focus on movie and all the maybe all uh, the recognition I add and the journey as you are very focused on storytelling. You are my fellow creative.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I think also we could see, as I said, we are starting this Changia Creative Universe, which will be having podcast productions, all
Wow.
creative sectors. But we need to strengthen to plan it very well because it's still just a starting this 2026. And I share it even to the platform of Changia to see that this is the idea. And recently, I attended the Mix and Mingle for filmmakers in Uganda, and included
Wow.
some East Africa filmmakers. I shared to my social media. It was very amazing session, and yeah, I think I'm a good position and in what I'm doing, and I like so much what I'm doing because now no one is pushing me. It's a passion which has I turn it to be a professional. I think, yeah, it's what I feel. I feel what I'm doing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
I
it.
love it.
Mm.
I love it.
Mm.
Thank you, my friend, so much.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think? Amazing, right? I think it is truly time we rethink refugees. The whole country of Uganda is saying, come, you're welcome. And literally hundreds of thousands of people are. Now, I will speak for my beloved United States, where let's just say refugees aren't exactly, popular. But Uganda maybe is teaching the world that instead of just assuming all refugees are bad or needy or needing something, that they could be filled with stories and art and futures and future business people. I mean, time to rethink, don't you think? Well, as always, I thank you for joining me on the show today. Please subscribe and tell others. And like I said at the beginning, there's lots of platforms to watch the show. You can read us on our blog. Of course, you can go back to our original platform of podcasts. We are open to anybody to join us. So tell a friend, subscribe here on YouTube, and until next week, take care of yourself and that world around you, and we'll hear you, or maybe you can read about us or listen right here on the Action to Impact show with me, Gwen Jones. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.